What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I am live right now because we are about to look through a lot in these markets. Bitcoin, it did have a minor, extremely minor pullback, but thanks to Gary Gensler and the SEC going after stablecoins, I guess there's a lot of uncertainty out there. Anyways, we can see on the 1 hour chart with Bitcoin, we're still hanging out in this cup and handle formation. We actually are still in valid territory here, so the day could be kind of interesting on Bitcoin. If we see this breakout, we could get back up to 22.6, but we're just gonna have to wait and see. But Bitcoin, hang on, buddy, just hang on. Noted, we do have a larger problem here with the measured move out of this broadening wedge. You can see right here. Upon breakdown, you are looking to actually test this level down here at 21,051. So either way, I'd personally I'd wait for Bitcoin to see if we even hold that level before trying to long anything. Unless CPI data tomorrow comes out strong, then that would be the point in which you would want to jump in. Currently, I'm in a trade. I jumped into a trade this morning, and it was this bad boy right here. So on the trade, you can see this broadening wedge pattern, just like we see out of Bitcoin. We ended up breaking down out of it. So your measured moves to get down here at 6268. Noted this is Frax. You can leverage trade it on KuCoin, in which that's what I'm doing. But on top of that, you did have this nice bear flag, in which measured move out of the bear flag. You came down, you didn't quite get there, but you did get a confirmed back test, which would then aim toward this level down here. 835 coincides very well with the rest of the move. So I would expect maybe get down here, back test as resistance, and then continue your descent. So if you're holding FXS, maybe take some profit. I'm not gonna tell you what to do, but if I were holding it, yeah, I'd be taking some profit. This morning, traders tried to paint a bull flag right here and failed miserably. So not only did you break down out of it, you back tested bearishly, and now you're coming down. So you would expect much lower prices to come. So since this isn't validated, we can get rid of that. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. There you can see you came up, perfect back test. Now you're coming back down. First spot you're looking for is to get down to this 918.7. After that, oh, geez, I didn't want to do that. After that, right down here, 870. And then after that, 629.3. Those are your spots to take. Alright, this XCN thing, it's living rent-free in my brain. It's really bothering me. You've had bull flag after bull flag after bull flag. This thing is just chugging along. I don't get it. Like, why? What? I know they rebranded, I get it, but it's like, really? Big thing about XCN. I'm gonna come out to the daily so you can see this. If you hold above this level all day, then real quick, I mean, your 100 simple moving average all the way up here at 2482. You could see a massive rise out of this thing. I'm not saying jump into the trade. I'm just pointing out 67% upside is potentially there. KuCoin, you can throw a 10x leverage on it. The reason I know is because I did trade this on the breakout, and then I got out because I didn't know what was going on. One that has my attention right now is actually OP. OP, and the reason being is because if you look at the hour, you have a technical falling wedge pattern. You found support off the bottom. Found support down here. This, if you were to try and take a shot at it, this is actually your entry, surprisingly. However, I think it's a little sketch if Bitcoin decides to actually roll over and make the rest of its move to the downside. I mean, you're not looking for support until you get down here at $1.92. But if you're looking for a little speculation, little speculative trade, your 1 hour stochastics overbought too. Not looking pretty. I would not take this trade, honestly. Me personally, I wouldn't. That's why I haven't. But yeah, if you were, your stop loss needs to be below this wick down here. Much better area to get in would be $1.91.9, because you did break this mediocre level of resistance and you back tested it as resistance before falling further. Something to keep in mind in your trades. FTM, I was calling for like 20% upside, and as we can see, that didn't happen. We're actually forming a head and shoulders pattern. That's not good. You could short this right this moment. Actual. You could short this right now. Stop loss right above resistance. Simple, simple short. So simple. But if you were shorting things, me personally, I like shorting the brand new tokens that got into futures contracts because those are just ripe for the picking. It's just easy. It's easy to trade those. But yeah, you see a shoulder, a head, a shoulder. Looks like we're going to have further downside. We are backtesting resistance as resistance, which would make a lot of sense for further downside. Downside potential to start from where you're at, you'd be looking at a solid 10 to 11% downside. Never financial advice. But the interesting thing, as there's this crackdown on stablecoins, we see DeFi. DeFi is taking off. I'm not saying throw all your money into Curve. I'm just saying you had your chance down here, 12%, 13% upside. However, you are about to hit resistance. So, would not surprise me whatsoever. Because this is a back test, you would back test, so up here at 107.83, and then you can actually make your full measured move down. I'm quite bearish this morning if you didn't understand. Quite bearish, but this just looks way too perfect. Looks way too perfect. Coinciding with trading volume back here, right back here. 25% downside after this move to the upside. So if my trade clears, I'm probably going to try shorting Curve. Because Curve looks ready to go for a short. Up 14%. If you manage to come all the way up here, then I don't know, different story, because you could backtest and take off. But we're going to find out. We're going to find out as the day moves on. But you can see we're already starting to see that resistance right at this level. Starting to see the resistance. I do believe we did break out of a falling wedge pattern here, which you never backtested. Never backtested. Oh, no, it's just falling channel. Okay. Well, falling channel action, no big deal. Never backtested it. So, I guess that would be your first area to find support, back down here. And then if you do break it, you have support down below, which would make a lot of sense for this 25% downside. Okay, all right, cool. Glad that's a thing. But once again, if Bitcoin ends up breaking out of its little cup and handle to the upside, then, I mean, total change game plan. You're going up way higher. Yeah, it's all based off Bitcoin, but you can see how we're almost perfectly touching it. Jeez. We're in overbought territory on the 1 hour. We are in over, or not overbought necessarily on the 15-minute. However, if we do not set a higher high on the stochastic, you do have hidden bearish divergence playing out. So that would indicate a reversal is coming. Let's check out the 4 hour. 4 hours, it just crossed to the bullish control zone. We're going to find out what happens with this bad boy. I still think the pullback's going to come, but it might not be as deep as we think. We could just flag out right here, then continue to the upside. See, the more information you get, the more you should change your mind. And that's what happened right there. I just changed my mind completely based off information I was looking at. Nice. Very nice. All right, let's look at Lido. So Lido is a staking platform for Ethereum. You can see we've just kind of been range bound. We're just chilling inside of this giant channel, like a rising channel, but you are sitting on top of your 200 simple moving average on the 4-hour. Let's check the daily. Daily, you're in the neutral territory. Only problem you have is on the MACD, you are in overbought territory, starting to curve to the downside. So this thing could pull back. However, it all depends on what the traders want to do with it. You break down, you're looking for support at $1.05. You break to the upside, I mean, sky's the limit, because you're breaking all-time highs. This reminds me a lot of what was happening with OP, where it was just hanging out in its uptrend. It was just hanging out up here before finally one day it fell over. So it could just be absorption of demand, but I do not know. All I can do is just read the chart. Chart is giving me some real mixed signals here. Like, is this a back test? Or are we actually just about to collapse? I wish I could tell you. Because this would be a great back test. And if that's so, because noted, you are down 9% as well. So if this is just a back test, you're looking to go up 32% and see $2.90 again. If it's just a back test. Your 1 hour is indicating it is. So if Bitcoin does go to the upside, I would take this trade to the upside. Your 15-minute is giving you a weird little picture here. 15-minute, your stochastic's overbought, so you would expect another pull down. So maybe you're about to test this $2.61, and at that point you find support to then go to the upside. I do believe I would leave an alert right there. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to leave an alert right there. That would be the spot in which I would feel comfortable taking a long. Before that, I'm not touching it. I'm not looking at it. I just, nope. 15-minute, you're in this downtrend right here. So even if you spike up, you could just touch it and then come straight down. Yeah, I'm not touching Lido. Not at all. Partially because I'm still in a trade, but I still wouldn't. Still wouldn't. %32 upside would be nice, though. AGIX. So you did manage to break support. Now you're bearishly consolidating. Your next price target for AGIX is all the way down here, 24,868. Once this bearish consolidation is over, I mean, very inefficient price action. Your support is all the way down here, based off this peak. That is what you're looking for. Another really terrible thing that you have to actually visualize. That is the last time you backtested anything. And you only backtested it once. You do have this upsloping level of support, so maybe you get caught up on that. You can see you hit once, twice, took off. So maybe, if you're lucky, this lower level of support, this new supply line, will give you a little bit of shining hope. However, it's still a lot of downside. It is a lot of downside. Would not be surprising at all if you ended up seeing this asset drop another 31% because Bitcoin is shaky. That's all it takes, Bitcoin being shaky. Don't get me wrong, you are in a broadening wedge right now. It's scuffed looking, but You can also see this rounded. When it gets rounded, it accelerates, and then it just falls off a cliff. It's bad. CFX currently backtesting former support as resistance. Measured move is to actually get all the way down here. I did mention 22% downside from this consolidation. Now you still have another 17% to go. Your 1 hour stochastic is an overbought territory. I think this 17% is going to play out. I really do. Kind of a shame. Kind of a shame. Only thing that'll save it is if you hold this level of support. You're trying. You're trying. All you got to do is have a candle close below it. And then you're toast. You're toast. Or even better, Bitcoin decides to fall 1%. Like that's all it's going to take. Just 1%. It's crazy when you think about that. SNX looks like it's trying to move up. Let's see what's going on with SNX. What? Did we get a failure to break down? Wait a minute. No. We're back testing a bear flag? Is that what's happening? Right there. We're using this wick right here as an anchor point. Coming up. We are hitting it as resistance. This looks awful. There we go. That's a little better. You could wick all the way up here to 2517931 and still be completely bearish. Measured move all the way down here. $2.06. We just gotta wait on Bitcoin. Bitcoin will indicate if we're gonna go to the promised land or if we're going to McDonald's. Happy to see my short playing out pretty well. It is a little discouraging to see so much red in the markets once again, though. Oh, my short was doing way better a minute ago. Wait, what? Am I really still up that much? Go figure. I didn't think I was up that much. What do we got going on here? 15 minute? Oh, 15 minute stochastic. Oversold territory. Trying to do something. Good luck, buddy. Good luck. I gotta bring up that trend line again just to make sure. Problem is, if it breaks back inside, we got problems. That line should hold it down, though. Let's go ahead and check out Mask. Mask bear flagging out on the 15 minute. Checking out the 1 hour. 1 hour does not look great. Bearish momentum is gaining. Oh no. Oh, support $3.04 for Mask. $3.04. That's the area you'd be interested in taking a look at this asset. Before that, or before a confirmed break above 355, this asset doesn't exist to you. You had a bear flag and you bearishly backtested it. Wow. What am I talking about? Right there. Bear flag, perfect backtest. Your downside potential is astonishing. You know what? We're going to be conservative. We're going to be conservative. We're going to just take this flagpole right here. We're not going to take the entirety of it like we could. There you go. Right below support. You're looking for $2.99 out of Mask. $2.99. Anybody see South Park where it's like, oh, all I need is two finny. Two finny. Great episode. Anyways, that's another 12% downside. So, an adorable little 15x, you know, no big deal. However, me personally, I like being a lot closer to support and resistance levels before taking the trade, just because it's a little lower risk. It's a little bit lower risk. And the lower the risk, the better. Always. Always. Let's check out Magic. Magic kind of doing the same thing here. You have not gotten your bearish backtest yet, so I would wait for the bearish backtest. You could see Magic fly up here, touch, and then fall. So Magic, I'm going to put an alert right there. I want to get into Magic. It's a brand new token to the actually it's a brand new token. I don't know how old it is. It's not very old. Let's check the monthly. How many months has this thing been alive? 2 months. It is 2 months old. This thing is fresh and new. You still have that new car smell. You've never found lows. You've never found them. Something you got to be wary of with these brand new projects. You have never found lows. Therefore, your downside currently is limitless. It could go to 0. It could go to 0. Keep that in mind while you make these trades. So currently, I mean, on the 4 hour, your only level of support down here, you have a level of support right here, and that's based off, I believe, the daily. Your candle closes on the daily are your only levels of support. You can see right here, held down, held down, held down, and then as soon as you flipped above, became support. Did you ever really test that as support? You tested it once, twice, okay. You rose up. Now you're coming back down. We're going to see if it actually holds. That's exactly what the market wants to find out. Is this level going to hold, or are we going to break through and need to come down here and test 77.59? I'm in the ballpark. You probably need to test 77.59. You probably do. Because if you don't test that, you never know. And then later on when you try to test it, it's going to slice through like butter. Because everybody's going to be scared. So you might as well test it while the markets are down. Personal thoughts? I could be wrong. Oh. Oh, yikes. What, you're looking at this? I didn't look at the daily on this at all. I didn't realize this would be your level below that. Oh, it makes sense. It actually coincides with that. Wow. Don't you love it when TA is respected? Holy guacamole. You can see right here, as soon as you broke above it, you backtested as support, then you got to have that run up. Odds are you're going to come back down here, test it before seeing further downside. I love it when things make sense. I love it. And Dusk. Get wrecked. Dusk, get wrecked. 36% downside is your measured move. Based off this rising wedge. Can you believe that one? Can you believe that? Your 4 hours showing you have nothing but downside ahead of you. You just got into the neutral zone. You just got there. And you just broke support, so you could actually argue a good place to put in a short is right now. Take profit down here at 18,398. You can argue it. I'm not saying it's a good idea because you're already down 11%. The advantage is not further down. The advantage is to go up. So we'll find out how the day pans out. But, you know, 1 hour's oversold. It's going to want to spike up just to reset. I would wait for this stochastic to come up a little bit. Just a little bit before seeing further downside. Just my personal take. But yeah, your downside is massive. Absolutely massive. It looks like the market's going further down. Let's see what Bitcoin's doing. Bitcoin's not doing anything. These altcoins are just struggling out here. Let's go ahead and check out Matic. Not what you want to see, Matic. Not what you want to see. This is what happens. You get really dire consequences when you break to the downside out of bull flags. You just sharply go down. Sharply. Oh, where else can we see that? H-bar. H-bar, we can definitely see it. H-bar faked me out last night. Faked me out so bad. I was looking at the Binance chart. It faked me out so bad. I was looking at it on the 15 minute. It was the worst fake out I've had in my life. So we were looking at it right here. I called for it to go down, but when you broke back inside of it and backtested as support, then broke out, I was like, oh, never mind. It should be going up. Well, we can see how that panned out. It just turned into a cluster F around everything. Now, I wouldn't even take a look at it until it hits 772. I just does not exist to me. Where's Maker stopping right now? Maker finding a lot of resistance off that 200 EMA. However, SMA. SMA. Simple moving average, not estimated moving average. Sorry. However, if this persists on Maker, you will have had a confirmed breakout and backtest. Maker actually looks phenomenal. So wait for the daily candle close. Upon daily candle close, then you can actually strategize a wonderful move, possibly 25% more upside. Maker actually built different. Built different. Ocean Protocol getting toasted. However, we are putting in a different type of pattern. So, looking at your 4 hour, we were putting in the supply line. Now we're coming down. I still believe Ocean has a lot of upside ahead of it. I mean, like a lot. Coming up to like 68 cents. But we do need that third touch. On that third touch, personally, I think it would be a good time to take a chance. Take a ride on that express. What am I trying to do here? Okay. I deleted all my drawings, so I gotta... Oh, you're right now backtesting former resistance as support? Let's see if you can hold it. That's macro. Macro level of support. This is a big deal to hold. It's a really big deal. You don't have very many macro levels of support. You really don't. So Ocean, if you don't hold this level, you very well could see it back down at 24 cents. That's rough. So maybe you flag it out a little bit, then go up, but looking rough. Let's go ahead and check the daily. Your daily coincides a lot more with this idea of the bull flag. Now, based off the daily, we have a couple more supports. Right here, your candle high close. By a couple, I mean literally one more level of support that when you broke out, you never backtested. 30 cents if you do not hold this level. 30 cents if you do not hold. We shall wait and see. Everything's indicating to me that we'll more than likely see those low prices. Everything's indicating that to me. That we'll more than likely see those low prices. Noted, your daily stochastic is in oversold territory. You have, on the daily, started getting back down into the neutral zone. Your 4 hour time frame has a little bit more downside to go. So we might actually see that resolution by the end of the day. Maybe CPI data won't be that bad. Maybe. I don't know. I do not know. All I do know is that we do have some smaller levels of support by these 4 hour candle closes. Looking right here, buddy. Right here. So you can see right here, resistance, 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 fell down. As soon as you broke above it, support, 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 came up. We might just be back testing that level of support. We could see a wick below it and then come back up. Could happen. No guarantees. But that would be an area in which I'm looking to find some support. Other than that, you have this candle low close. It's not really strong support. So if you do not hold this level, I would expect it to come all the way down. I take it back. You have this level right here. Wow. I take it back. Right here. Resistance, resistance, resistance. As soon as you came above, held support. You bounced off of it. You used it as resistance. Came up. You even back tested it. This would be our next level I would find some slight support on. based off your 4-hour time frame. Not too shabby. Not too shabby. So yeah, if you're looking for bounces, these green lines would be your bounce points. The red lines would be your major support levels. Don't get me wrong, you could see something crazy like, whoops, something crazy like bam, 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 and then the deep fake out. You could see something like that. But we're just gonna have to wait and see. Just gonna have to wait and see. Nothing like the doodle TA. The doodles. Doodles. SXP. Took this thing for a short last night, which actually was nice. Did not get stopped out. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. I did it based off this 1-hour time frame. You can see this falling broadening wedge. 8% downside. We hit it. We hit it. But, problem we have now, we're bear flagging out. Technically bear flagging out. So, further downside potential. Let's go down to a lower time frame to figure out where that could be. Yikes. Yikes. Down sloping resistance as well. So anything above this line, great opportunity to short or see a trend reverse. But that is a bear flag, bearishly consolidating. Very strong form of bearish consolidation. So as soon as you break down, yikes, 28 cents, bringing you, zeroing out all of your gains. SXP. Hopefully the traders enjoyed the ride up because it looks like you're coming back down. Let's go ahead and check out the weekly. Let's get our macro levels. Because I don't think I'm... Oh, I did make them. Oh, no. You never... Oh, wait. You did on the weekly. You backed. That's it. Okay. Check the daily. Daily, you're above the 200 EMA. Or SMA. God, why do I keep saying EMA? Noob. Noob life. You can see you are still putting in hidden bearish divergence on your daily. That might play out. Because you finally tested this as resistance. Yeah, you could come all the way down to support. More than likely, you're probably going to find support right down here at 27.27. $28.85 would be a good point as well. But then right down here, 27.19. These are spots where I would be personally looking for a bounce, possibly. A lot of these tokens, they're looking bearish. Oh no. Oh no, we never want to see this. Say it ain't so, file. Say it ain't so. File, hanging on by a thread. Honestly, a thread. This is not good for file. Not good for file. If you do not hang on to this level, you got a lot of downside. Down there. As your candle closes. And if you don't hit that, you're going back to the abyss. Back to the abyss. Yikes. Measured move out of this little pattern here. Which you're bearishly backtesting also. 18% downside. Currently, right now, the advantage is to the short. Currently, advantage to the short. Another thing that could be forming. Noted. That needs to play out. So, That definitely needs to play out. You're rounding? Oh no. Yeah, I'd give it the 18% downside. Yikes. Bearish backtest if I've ever seen one. I'll tell you what. Right below our support. So if you take profits down here, $4.13. Nobody's gonna get mad at you over it. It's a great spot to take profits. Stop loss just over this level at 495.98. That's a bear flag too. Oh man. Wait, our downside target might actually be deeper. And we bearishly backtested it already? Ugh. No good. No good. No good. Let's be conservative. Let's be conservative. Alright, conservative standpoint. $4.39. Conservative. You know, you don't want to be too overzealous. I really don't. That would be a pretty decent trade. 8 more percent. Not bad. Let's go ahead and check our 1 hour because 4 hour says you have more room to fall. Your 1 hour is giving yourself some space to fall as well. Dang. Your 15 minutes says you're going down too. Okay. Yep. See you later, file. Enjoy the ride. Dang. You can see OP is getting that bearishness right now. Once again, 1919. That's kind of funny. 1919. Let's go ahead and check out AVAX. Actually, I like AVAX a lot, so I need to check AVAX. Currently trying to hold. I already have it measured out. No. $15.96 is where you're looking for a bounce. No. This was a good fake out. This was a very good fake out. But Bitcoin pulling back right now. Coming down. It's going to drag all these coins with it. It's going to drag them. There is one nice thing about markets moving, though. Lots of opportunity. Couldn't even get your golden cross. Too bad. So I guess the real question is it the death cross that did this, or is it the golden cross that did this? Because, you know, most of the time we do dump right after we get golden crosses on the daily before we see much higher prices. I'm on the daily. Let's go to the 4 hour so I can see why this looks so messed up. Probably because it is messed up. Oh no. Oh no. KDA. Hopefully you hold your supply line. Hopefully you hold your supply line. This is actually a really big deal. If you do not hold your supply line on KDA, you broke your uptrend, which means we're going to see way further downside. KDA Cadena. Hopefully you can hold on there, buddy. Hopefully you can hold on there, buddy. I guess we can readjust this. Considering we have so many touches in the same spot, we're touching again. So what could happen? We could have this play out, this falling wedge, which would give us a much needed breathing room, which would be great. I don't know what's going on with my trade right now. It's starting to catch some bids or something. I'm right now in the camp of everything's going down. It's going down. It's going hard. Further downside ahead for KDA Cadena. Further downside ahead. FTM getting roasted right now. Filecoin still sitting just fine. Curve holding strong. Got a lot going on in these markets. But it's just your typical down day. No big deal. SNX though. SNX, great trade setup right now. Absolutely phenomenal trade setup. Because SNX, not only did you backtest successfully, now you have two moving averages holding you down. It's like the wall of holding you down. So could see further downside because let's face it, SNX is treated like the redheaded stepchild. The only problem, this gives you major implications. You would more than likely come back down here to $1.55 if you do get this breakdown. And then all the bears have a lot more ammunition to be like, see, we're not out of the bear market. However, that would be a great case for a long if we do come back down here. Because that would be the first time you set a higher low after hitting these prices. If we touch it and then go, that would be a fantastic long opportunity. So that's also why I think we're going down there. Because I'm all giddy about the long down there. If I see it, you can bet institutions see it. And just like that, prices come down. And just like that, start doing it. They start doing it. From where you're sitting, though, great short opportunity to get yourself 13% downside. 13% downside. That's a lot. Throw a little 10x leverage on there. Get your stop loss above this super high wick. You have a nice trend line down to, yeah. Looks good. Looks good. I'm going to be trading like a fiend today. Holy. Might even call out of work. Never know. You never know. Oh, we got our new 4-hour candle. That's why we're seeing movement. Okay. All right. New 4-hour candle. Let's go. And bearishly tested the 200 simple moving average. That's too bad. RIP SNX. Enjoy. Enjoy the ride. Alright, well, I'm going to get off the live stream, and I'm going to start posting in the Discord. If you're not a part of my Discord, please join. Link is down below. And if the link doesn't work, drop a comment. I will definitely answer you with the link. Anyways, I'm out of here. Take it easy. Be good, and be good to somebody else. Deuces.